is CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. I'm Najahe Sherman, and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at today's top stories. Off the top, a father and son arrested. They are accused of grand theft and posing as licensed contractors. CBS News Miami's Peter Dinch has these details.
Authorities say this is an important story as we approach the peak of hurricane season. Miami-Dade police tell us they've arrested a father and son, Hector and Aaron Jordan, for allegedly contracting without a license and taking more than $9,000 in deposits from two victims for impact windows and impact doors and not doing the work. Miami-Dade police say there may be other victims and say you have to do your homework and make sure that contractors that you are dealing with are in fact licensed. You can do that by checking with the State Department of Business and Professional Regulation. We'll have much more on this story coming up live at 5 on CBS News Miami. This is Peter Dinch in Southwest Miami-Dade, CBS News Miami.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
Taking a live look outside, some parts are experiencing a few showers. Plus, we are tracking another heat advisory. Let's get right to Next Weather meteorologist Dave Warren with what's next for the holiday weekend.
Yes, start that holiday weekend. A few showers is cooling things off a bit, but over the next few hours, now 5, 6, 7 o'clock tonight, these showers and storms will be moving through the area. Brief downpours are possible. Tracking everything here with the radar network. This is the sea breeze working its way to the interior. It is triggering the activity. Once it develops, it works its way south across the area here. Right near the radar the site there. That's near Zoo Miami, just west of the Turnpike, south of Kendale Lakes. We have the shower moving to the south. That is one area to watch. The other in parts of Broward County, activity in Palm Beach County working its way south. A few showers working through the area right now. Over the next few hours, we will see these continue to push south. They have dropped the temperatures a bit. They will gradually try to work their way to the interior here, but that's where they'll stay, maybe pushing back overnight tonight or early tomorrow morning. Temperatures have dropped into the mid-80s in Miami, where that shower went right overhead. Still hot in Fort Lauderdale at 89 degrees and 90 in Key West, feeling like 103. Heat advisory still in effect just until 5 o'clock here in Miami-Dade and Broward, till 7 o'clock in the Keys. Now look what happens here overnight tonight and tomorrow morning. These showers push through the area, wind up to the interior here, and that's where they stay, maybe working back across areas to the south in parts of the upper Keys. Now tomorrow things start to change. Overnight tonight, see those showers taper off, but look at how quickly these showers are moving. They'll be around in the morning, but there's that stronger breeze coming in. That drops the humidity, works the showers inland by tomorrow, and we are clearing out by tomorrow night. You'll notice the humidity drops, especially overnight tomorrow to early Sunday morning. As far as Saturday goes, the showers will be around. They'll taper off there at night. Then Sunday, maybe a few brief showers in the morning. Look at the clouds racing by from right to left. That's from northeast to southwest. There they are in the morning, and then just partly cloudy skies with lower humidity in the afternoon and evening. That's what we can expect to see Sunday. Moisture may creep up just a bit on Monday. We'll put a few showers back in the forecast. Tracking the tropics, we have another storm to watch here. This is Tropical Depression 12, Eastern Atlantic. That is near Africa, not expected to last long. The latest track shows that by Sunday to Monday becoming post-tropical, wind 30 miles an hour. Some other activity to watch, 50% development chance there in the Atlantic. 4 storms, or what's left of them, moving to the north and away from land into the North Atlantic here. That's the other area to watch. So keeping an eye on anything, but nothing threatening here over the weekend. We will have the wind picking up, and the swells from all those storms are creating a high risk of rip currents. Watch out for that if you're at the beaches there over the weekend. Small craft advisory into effect, and that'll last through the weekend in the Atlantic coastal waters. No alerts yet in the Keys, but might get a bit breezy at times there. Wind 10 to 15 knots. Extended forecast for Labor Day. We'll see showers around. They start to work their way back into the forecast. We have 40% rain chances. Temperatures just above 90s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to round out next week.
All right. Thank you, Dave. A federal judge handed down one of the longest sentences yet for a capital riot defendant. CBS News Miami's Willie James Inman joins us live from Washington, D.C. Willie, we know Joseph Biggs, a former organizer of the Proud Boys, was sentenced to 17 years in prison. So does the prosecution think that justice was served in this case?
Hey there, Naja. Good to be with you. This was one of the most lengthy sentences given out to a Proud Boys member. But if you talk to the prosecution, essentially they wanted more time. They wanted Biggs to serve some 33 years behind bars. As you mentioned, he's gotten 17 years. That's one of the most lengthy sentences. We've seen sentences ranging from 15 years and so on. And this is one of those cases that essentially is one of the highest level cases. We're still waiting for the case involving Enrique Tarrio. His sentencing hearing is set to take place on Tuesday. So the judges here aren't stopping in these January 6 cases, and these charges and sentences are very, very serious.
And of course, Enrique Tarrio from Miami. So we are very interested in how that all unfolds. You're watching everything unravel in Washington, D.C. So what's the most important thing that we can let people know about the case here?
Yeah, I think all eyes are going to be on that Tarrio case that's happening after the Labor Day holiday. We, of course, will be watching that here and report back to you there in the Miami area. But I think one of the most major things that folks should know about these cases is that the government is taking it extremely serious. Seditious conspiracy, that's the charge that was levied against Biggs and other members of the Proud Boys. That is a high-level offense, essentially trying to overthrow the U.S. government, to stop that peaceful transfer of power. This essentially hasn't happened in our history, albeit except the Civil War. That was certainly a different situation, but the government taking this very seriously, these judges handing out these lengthy sentences, although prosecutors, especially in this particular case, wanted this gentleman to serve more time behind bars.
Yeah, I think you hit a really good point. We can never underestimate or take for granted the gravitas of what happened on that day. I don't think as journalists any of us will ever forget. Willie, thank you for your reporting. When we come back, how a cheese fanatic turned his love for his favorite food into a gourmet cheese shop. Welcome back to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. As Florida continues to recover from Hurricane Idalia, Governor Ron DeSantis issued an update on relief efforts so far. DeSantis thanked first responders, FEMA, S.FL, and their organizations for their help throughout the storm. But he says around the clock work continues.
We're waiting on the IRS to approve one of the charities that DEM created to be able to use Florida Disaster Fund for relief for people on really a flexible basis. That could be something that would be very, very positive. I've seen folks from all over the state that have surged to this area to help, whether it's on our urban search and rescue teams, whether it's sheriff's deputies from other parts of the state, police officers, firefighters, you name it. It's really been a team effort, all hands on deck, and we're going to keep doing that.
Governor DeSantis says that crews will remain in the affected areas for the foreseeable future. It is one of the busiest travel weekends of the year. More than 148 million Americans are planning to leave home this Labor Day weekend. Now, to put this into perspective, that's more than half of the adults in the country. CBS News Miami's Chris Van Cleve has the latest.
Blake Sosa and his wife Ashley are heading to Japan for their honeymoon, getting an early start on Labor Day weekend at Chicago's O'Hare Airport as the busiest summer travel season on record comes to a close.
We just really looked at flights, and today worked out better for our schedule and really cost, and it definitely helps to beat the Labor Day rush.
The TSA has screened more than 227 million passengers since Memorial Day weekend, surpassing pre-pandemic records, and the agency expects to see another 14 million more by Tuesday.
It could just be a holdover from a lot of folks not traveling over the past few years due to COVID, and they've got that international travel bug, and they've decided I'm going to do it this year. Because being up 44%, that's pretty noticeable.
The nearly 150 million people traveling over Labor Day will face gas prices averaging about $3.82 a gallon. While it's nearly the same as last year, AAA says it's higher than normal for the holiday. Baba Javier is driving from Los Angeles to Arizona.
I'm not going to let the gas prices affect what we do right now. It does hurt, not going to lie.
Despite a series of storms wreaking havoc around July 4th, summer 2023 saw a 21% drop in cancellations, even with an increase in flights. Still, 1 in 4 left late this summer, up from last year. Labor Day weekend, are you concerned about where things stand?
Well, we're always concerned because we know we're just one unexpected event, glitch, or storm away from there being some real issues.
But Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says improving staffing and airlines cutting some summer flights created a buffer against disruptions.
This summer was a test of the recovery of our aviation system, and the results have been remarkable.
Expect the airports to also be very busy on Monday. On the roads, the best time to go would either be this evening or Saturday morning. When it comes time to come back home, look, Sunday evening during the day will be pretty busy. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Taste of the Town on CBS News Miami is sponsored by Goya. If it's Goya, it has to be good. Visit Goya.com today.
Time now for an all-new gourmet taste of the town. A local and self-described cheese fanatic turned his love for his favorite food into a gourmet cheese shop. Lisa Petrillo takes us to this special Miami spot.
It's the ultimate gourmet cheese shop, one that features the finest artisanal cheeses, wines, olive oils, jams, charcuterie, and so much more here at Chev Miami. It's founded by local gourmet cheese lover Mario Nar. Knowing this was something Miami needed, he and his wife Joanna made it happen here in Miami's Shenandoah neighborhood about a year ago.
You're not going to find these at Costco, Publix, or even the high-end
So
markets.
we partner with very small producers that they basically produce a very limited quantity, and we get access to it because we have this relationship with them. So we try to bring in stuff that you can't find anywhere else.
Recently, he's partnered with acclaimed Miami chef Nicole Votano to create spectacular gourmet sandwiches. Guests can dine in, take out, or order out. Nicole was blown away by what she had to work with.
But there's never been anything so specially curated like this, where you know if you go in and you buy something, it's going to be the best thing you've ever tasted.
And Mario says becoming part of the community has been the sweetest reward.
We've developed friendships and relationships, so I feel like we've had a really big impact in the community, and they just want us to keep doing more.
So let's get a look and taste of these mouth-watering masterpieces. We begin with the Spaniard. It has award-winning Manchego cheese, Serrano ham, and orange marmalade. All ingredients including the bread imported from Spain.
Sometimes you talk with your mouth full because you're excited about the bite, and that's what this is.
Next, grilled cheese. This one with melted Morbier, Emmentaler, raclette, and Prairie Breeze cheddar. What?
I've died and gone to grilled cheese heaven.
Thank you.
That is insanely good.
Did I mention there's a wine pairing option if you like? Nevin brings out a cold and creamy Chardonnay.
This is a grilled cheese with a sommelier.
Well, I'll take it any day of the week.
We move on to an ultimate extravagant sandwich called the Daniel on a croissant. It's salmon, creme fraiche, and pickled onions. You can up the glamour and the price if you add on their house caviar. We end on the signature chef sandwich: French goat cheese, arugula, Sardinian artichoke, sun-dried tomatoes on Italian bread.
I truly didn't get what a gourmet sandwich is until you kind of take it to this level. I mean, this is really a gourmet sandwich.
Thank you.
I think I make them at home, not so much. Can't decide which one I'm going to finish first, Nicole, but tell everybody how many days you're open here at Chevra.
We're open 6 days a week from Tuesday through Sunday, 10 to 7.
All right, with a gourmet special taste of the town here on Coral Way. I'm Lisa Petrillo, CBS News, Miami.
That's your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Najahe Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami.